Alright, let's talk about hiring a cyber threat hunter. You've decided you need one, which is great. So, you write a job description, and that's where it all goes horribly, spectacularly wrong. Your automated security tools are about as effective at catching sophisticated hackers as a screen door at stopping a hurricane. You've basically taken the job description for a standard security analyst, sprinkled in trendy buzzwords, and asked for 15 years of experience with a tool invented last Tuesday. A beautiful, chaotic, completely unhireable mess. It scares off the actual talent you desperately need. They're part detective, part fortune teller, part bloodhound. They don't wait for the alarm. They creep through the digital woods looking for the wolf already inside the fence. A bad hire is a catastrophic waste of money. They'll become a glorified alert clearer, generating false positives, and giving you a dangerously false sense of security. A good hire finds breaches that have been silently siphoning your data for months. So what are we going to do today? We're going to fix this. Stop writing wish list job descriptions that read like a deranged letter to Santa. I'll show you clear steps to assess candidates effectively and compliantly. Plus, insider hiring tips specific to cyber threat hunter. We'll separate what's essential from what's decorative. It's time to get serious. Let's get down to brass tacks. What skills does a threat hunter actually need? The absolute non-negotiable must-haves are the foundation. They need a deep, almost intuitive understanding of network protocols. TCP/IP. If they can't explain anomalous DNS in their sleep, they're a liability. Fluent in the language of network traffic, that's where the enemy hides. Proficiency with core tools. CM. EDR. A true hunter writes complex queries to pull one suspicious log from a mountain of noise. The forensic mindset, meticulous, patient, preserves evidence. Use tools to formulate hypotheses, for example, suspect PowerShell lateral movement, then prove or disprove it with data. Piece together disparate events into a narrative. Nice to have, scripting, Python, PowerShell is useful too. Offensive certs like Pentest Plus or CEH are good to have, decorative if overemphasized. Focus on foundational skills first, the rest is icing. Comfort with these tools is paramount. You can teach scripting. You can't easily teach deep analytical curiosity. Next, how to probe mindset, not just certifications. Technical skills are the easy part. The hard part is assessing soft skills. You can test for those. A threat hunter could have god-level technical prowess but fail if they can't communicate, think critically, and stay motivated. They must avoid burnout on long, cold hunts. Number 1 trait, insatiable curiosity. That internal voice, that looks weird. Test it with scenarios. Give a real ambiguous case. Single endpoint, unusual outbound to a residential IP at 3 a.m., a few kilobytes transferred, no alerts. What do? Weak, I'd check firewall logs or run a virus scan. Strong, they ask targeted questions. What user was logged in? What process initiated it? What's the endpoint role? They form hypotheses on the spot and validate with recent process history. Look for tenacity plus intellectual humility. Pursue leads but pivot when disproven. Ask, tell me about investigating something for weeks that turned out to be a false positive. Weak, frustrated but moved on. Strong, reevaluated the hypothesis, tuned detections, and documented lessons. Finally, master communicator. Test with roleplay. Explain this to me as the CEO. 2 minutes, assume I don't know what packet capture is. Watch for plain language impact first summaries. That determines organizational value. If your only strategy is posting on big generic job boards, you're fishing in a puddle. The best hunters are often happily employed and deeply engaged. You have to go where they are. Niche communities and meetups. Top sources, niche communities, specialized forums, and events. Attend or sponsor local SANs, DEF CON locals, and B-Sides chapters. Join Slack and Discord channels focused on threat intel and forensics. Don't spam, participate authentically. Offer technical talks or sponsor meetups. Build relationships. Use LinkedIn like a hunter. Personalize outreach referencing projects or articles. Ask top-performing security staff. Who is the smartest person you'd call if our network were on fire? Look beyond titles. Incident responders, security researchers, and forensic analysts often have core hunting skills. Create compelling reasons for introductions. Offer context, not cash-only asks. This is long-game sourcing, but it yields the highest quality candidates. Expand your reach, be patient, and be authentic. Next, how not to mess it up at the finish line. The hiring process is a minefield of unconscious bias and legally dubious questions. For specialized roles, these mistakes are magnified. The unicorn hunt, searching for the perfect candidate with every skill and certification, is a trap. Be realistic. Prioritize core skills and train for the rest. Use structured interviews, same core questions in same order for every candidate. Develop a scorecard with weak/average/strong examples for each question. This forces objective evaluation rather than gut feelings where bias hides. Replace gut with rubric-based scoring. For motivation and culture fit, use structured, compliant phrasing. Example: describe the work environment where you've been most productive and engaged. Strong: I thrive with high autonomy but a collaborative team to bounce ideas off. Weak: I just like free snacks and a ping pong table. Go back and rewrite your job post. Structure your interviews. Expand your search. Use a rigorous scorecard and keep assessments fair and compliant. Now get to it. If you're hiring right now, visit peopleteam.com/hiring. Subscribe for more hiring guides.